Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now it's been quite a while since Olivias Rodrigo has released new music. Her latest album Guts came out in 2023 and the deluxe version Gutsville came out in early 2024 around the start of the Guts World Tour. And since then we haven't got any features, remixes, any kind of new music videos, different versions, etc. So there have been a lot of theories going around at the moment about Olivia's next album OR3, and a lot of people think her next album will be coming out this year in 2025 because it seems like she is following that 2-year album cycle, with Sour being released in 2021, Guts 2023, OR3 2025. Now I have stated as a joke multiple times in videos being that I want OR3. Now I really want to have new music. Of course I'd love new music from Olivia, but of course as a joke, I'm saying this because I am totally fine with waiting for new music. I'm fine if we have to wait another year for new music, as long as the next album and songs are so well crafted and amazing and beautiful. But because of this really long wait time since new music has come out, people are really starting to theorize now about what could be on the album, themes, colors, title, song title, etc. But I thought I'd give my 2 cents on what I think Olivia's next album will be like. Okay, so we're going to jump straight in with the album title. I think it could be the most popular theory right now is probably Love, Burn or Fire. Obviously if you're a Olivias Rodrigo fan, you will know she has said she likes to stick to a 4-letter album title, so all of these ones I've got written down are all 4 letters, and we kind of hope she sticks to it. Of course she might never not do that because she is starting to take quite a hard pivot into a new type of sound, era, theme, etc. We'll get more into that later. People think those are more likely because, one, with Love, she's currently in a very loving relationship, and we got So American on the spilled version of Guts, so people think there'll be more love songs and she's write more about love. I personally think Love is a bit too generic and basic as an album title, which is why I love the Burn and Fire. Burn is probably the most popular one, and people are saying it's because she's taking quite a hard pivot into a very much rockier sound, rock star, and a lot more red and black in her colour scheme, which is why a lot of people think it'll be more like that, and that'll be her most rocky album yet. Some other ideas I've got down are Jade. Look is another big one because of loads of hints and things she's giving. I think Look will be a very fun one. Rage would be a really nice one. I think Olivia, if you just look at these album titles, she does look quite moody. She looks quite not sad, but like angry, and I think she could kind of continue from like this like bored kind of moody thing to more of like a condescending, like judging kind of way, into a more angry album cover to have a Rage or a Burn album title. Another thing that I've theorized will be Fame. I don't think she'd do a full album on Fame because I feel like that topic can get quite overused and boring quite quickly and quite cliche, but I would love an album called Fame. I think it's a really like interesting thing to call an album. Another album title that I've not personally seen people say is Rose. I really like this. Again, it's a 4-letter album title, and I really love this idea because this would be more of like a love kind of themed album and a bit more poppy kind of album. And I think the deluxe could be called Rose Thorns, have more of the angsty, rockier songs than that. But seeing how the end of the Guts era is playing out and how much more rocky and angry and like very dramatic her visuals again, I don't think she's gonna go back to a more pop-ish kind of sound from Sour. I think she's gonna continue leaning into the rock like she did with Guts, and I think this will be her rockiest album yet, personally. And of course I talked about Fire and Burn. I think my favourites would be Rose, as I mentioned. I think Look is a fun one, Rage and also Burn. Any of these will be good, but of course Olivia could surprise us with a different 4-letter word or not even a 4-letter word at all. Okay, let's move on to colour theme. Now, Olivia has stated in the past that her favourite colour is purple. I mean, why else would purple be so prominent in the album covers for both of her previous albums and in all the marketing and all the photo shoots, like over here with my Gut Spilled poster on the wall. Love it so much. Of course, purple seems to be a favourite colour. However, recently in the video that Livies HQ posted online, it seems more now red is her favourite colour. And of course, it doesn't mean that purple is she hates it now, but I think red is now her favourite colour based on some videos that have been posted by Livies HQ and by Olivia herself. And I do think this could mean that her next album colour theme will be strongly leaning into that red, maybe a bit of pink here and there, a bit of black, and also there will still be some purple. I do see it because I think purple and red go really nicely together when like the shades are like matching really nicely. So again, I think the colour theme will be mostly red, a little bit of pink, black and purple to kind of even it out a bit, but that's what I feel like is going to be quite a hard pivot into the red. I also think, as we've mentioned, if the album's going to be more rocky, and also if it's titled Burn, Fire, Rage, even Jade, or even Rose, I think Red could really help direct those emotions. Like if it's going to be more of a love album, Red symbolises passion and love. If it's going to be a very rocky, angry album, it does symbolise rage and also symbolise fire, which in turn symbolises anger and rage. I think that could really work pretty well. And of course, black and purple and pink symbolise those themes in different ways. As I've mentioned, I do think the album will have quite a few songs about love because obviously Olivia is in a beautiful relationship with her current boyfriend, and I think there'll be a few more songs about love. But I do think there'll also be songs about navigating fame because I feel like that's come a lot more apparent with Guts, because there were tracks like All American where that's kind of like talking about the media and how taking that all American girl kind of stereotype and turning it into all American Ballad of a Homeschool Girl. This is more like navigating life than fame, but again, those are quite interlinked for her. I think that's another thing. Making the Bed is a big one. And Pretty is Pretty and Teenage Dream. And there is also ones on Sour like Brutal and Her Jealousy, which again isn't exactly navigating fame, it's more navigating life and ideals. But again, those things are really interconnected, interlocked. And I do think there will be quite a few songs about that. I think she likes writing about it. I think there'll also be songs about healing old wounds. I think that's where a lot of the anger could come, where songs could start off really angry and it's kind of like she's pouring her emotions out to get them out, and like that kind of letting out the anger in the songs is healing the old wound and kind of ending songs with like saying, oh, I'm healed, blah blah blah, etc etc. So that's kind of my idea of songs. Other ideas, maybe there will be some things about past relationships. There's still that kind of anger or sadness surrounding those, or like the what if kind of thing. There might be some of that. I don't really see it because I think a lot of that was on Sour and Guts. I do also think she's going to continue the theme of having no features on her album. She's had no features ever. She's never featured on a song. She never had someone feature on her albums or songs. And I kind of want her to keep this up because I do really like features and they can be really fun. Some of my favourite songs are features. I think there are a lot of features I don't like. I think Olivia just works better without featuring artists on. Now, a lot of people are thinking this will be a 2025 album because of the 2-year album cycle, and it does match up with what Olivia's done in the past. However, considering how the Gut cycle went, Vampire was released at the end of June. I think Bad Idea came out in July or August with the track list and all the promotion. Then it came out in early September. We're now past quite a few of those dates. We're now mid-July, almost August. And so if this was the case to be a album to come out this year, it probably will come out in either late September, early October, maybe even late October, early November, because of how far we are in the year. And I do think it might be more likely we're gonna have to wait until next year, because I do think Olivia's really taking her time with this album and also just living life and getting experiences. So if it was to be released this year, I think anywhere between late September to early November, in that range. But if it is going to be released next year, I think we have to wait about a year from now until like summer. This is my idea for an album promotion cycle. So I feel like the best thing she should do is go silent for about a month or two. Of course, Livies HQ can keep posting and doing stuff, but she just goes dead silent, no posting, no Instagram reels, no TikToks, no nothing, which could be easy for her considering the festival run is ending soon. But I think she could go silent for a month or two just to really like draw herself back and kind of make the public miss her and like really drive up the hype for new music, which I think is kind of what she did with Guts. I think she could then post a cryptic teaser about the lead single, and then about a week later she announces and releases that lead single. I think it'd be a really fun way to do it instead of just announcing, oh, this new song is out on this date in a few days. I think it would be really fun to really kind of change it up a bit and make it more fun for the fans. And also because she's become such a big star, I really think she should lean into those kind of cryptic kind of reveal things. And I feel like it'd be best to announce the lead single about a week after that cryptic teaser is posted, just to build a lot of tension and excitement. And about 2 weeks after the lead single, she should announce the album and then do a lot of performances, interviews, and after that she can announce the track list and then the second single, and then the long promotional cycle until the album release, which again I personally think will either be between September and November this year or between about May and October next year if it is going to be 2026. That's kind of my idea for an album cycle. It's very summarized. We're going to finally finish off with some song title ideas. Now, a lot of these are so unrealistic, but I love them so much. The most realistic I think would be Lipstick. I once I wrote that down as a song holiday, I've been imagining a song called Lipstick by Olivia Rodrigo, and I kind of want it now. I feel like this would be a very tongue-in-cheek song, but with a lot of angst in it, and kind of playing on the media, a bit like All American, because I love that song so much and I really want another type of that song. I think this could be a very good song to talk about relationships and the media in one song with the rock angst that she's really like known for, and I really love a song called Lipstick from her. The idea I've got is Fireburns and Rose Thorn. Again, Rose Thorn is kind of like my deluxe idea if the album's called Rose, but if not, I think Rose Thorn will be a very fun kind of rock love song. And it's kind of, I imagine it to be a bit like Dandelion by Ariana Grande, but of course not like trap, R&B, pop, rock, pop, guitars, etc., etc. I think it'd be a really fun song. Fire Burns, I think, could be a really good healing old wounds song, as I mentioned. I love that kind of idea. The title I've got is Hurts to Be Like This. This does not really sound like an Olivia Rodrigo song. I could be wrong. You might think it sounds perfectly like an Olivia Rodrigo song. But I do think this would be like kind of a navigating fame kind of idea. Or if it wants to be something different, it could be like, again, a kind of tongue-in-cheek being like, oh, it hurts so much to be like this. Like she sees herself as so like, not perfect, not trying to brag or anything, but like it hurts so much to be like this. It's like got angst, it's got sarcasm. I think it'd be a really fun idea if he doesn't want to be sad, it can be angsty. There's a few songs I've got are Empire, I've got Wounded and Starstruck. I think Empire could be a bit more like Fame, and also kind of her brand. Of course, that's a very hard topic to write about. I think she could pull it off. I think Wounded would be kind of like, again, healing old wounds, but also kind of talking about how past relationships may haunt her current one. I think Starstruck, I think that would lead more into like pop kind of genre and kind of pull away from the rock a bit. I think she could do that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know any ideas you have for OR3. I personally could not be more excited. Know any other ideas you have in the comments, and if you want me to expand on anything or add any other ideas to this list. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.